Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. So, exciting news again. We see Andrew Yang has the best polling data to date right now. According to the Emerson polls, now polling at just above 8%, head of Buttigieg by 2 points. Behind Sanders and Warren, heading for those double digits. Am I surprised? No, I am not surprised at all. I see it unfolding just the way we're seeing it, a steady incline and increase with Yang holding on to his supporters as he gains new ones. It is very unlikely, I believe, that members of who support Andrew Yang are going to decide not to. So, whereas when we look in contrast to many of these other candidates, you look at someone like Buttigieg, Harris, Booker, they're probably going to be losing, their base here and there. But I don't think that's going to happen with Andrew Yang. And so that is fantastic, what we're getting here. So, as far as why this is happening, I think it's becoming obvious to people that Andrew Yang has the best plan for America with the freedom dividend. And then I've had some people come up and say, well, you know what? He's doing good because he's giving everybody free money. And guys, I hate when people say free money. I have to correct them that a dividend is not free money. But anyway, they come up and they try to do the free money thing. But really, what I think they're failing to understand is that when the country of America, our country, goes, you know what? You're an American citizen and you all have value to us. We got your back. We're going to make sure your basic needs are met because that is the amount of value we have for you. You're not just a number. You're not a data set. You're people. And that's the idea of the Andrew Yang campaign, Humanity First. And that's why it's kicking up so much steam, right? That's why it's doing so well, because that message is resonating with people, right? But I think people have become so detached from those ideas of humanity first. I think they really do believe we're all numbers now, that I don't think they can even, at this point, because we've been so clogged up with the gunk from our economic systems and political systems prior to this, that we don't know anything else. And so it's very complicated, I think, for some of them to get this, but they are getting it. And that's why the Andrew Yang campaign is doing so well and doing as great as it's doing. Also, we no longer have to worry about November and December debates. Andrew Yang has qualified for both of them. And I can tell you that many of these other candidates here, professional Congress people and the like, these career politicians, if you will, these very well-known politicians, some of them seemingly are struggling to qualify for these polls or rather debates and haven't done so yet. And so it's very important that we take a step back and we look at Andrew Yang for his accomplishments and remember what exactly Andrew Yang has done. He is not a politician. He was an unknown person to the entire world pretty much. And he has come on the scene and he's leading in these polls against, many of these people. And that is quite a feat and that is quite an accomplishment, right? We haven't seen the likes of this type of thing since somebody like Donald Trump, how he kind of came in and just turned the system upside down. And that's what it's going to take, somebody like that, but on the good spectrum, on the good side of it, to defeat somebody like Donald Trump. Also, in other news, we know that Nancy Pelosi has now decided to go ahead with the impeachment inquiry. Now, I thought it was wise for her not to be grasping at straws, not to have this circus of chasing Trump, trying to get him on anything, what I call the Al Capone syndrome, because it was all all going back to that idea that the Democrats' whole agenda was about defeat Trump and not policies, to the point where they couldn't attack Trump policies. They had to go after just, things like trying to get him impeached for, dealing with Playboy models, or whatever the case may be. Adult film stars, and all this crazy stuff. So now they feel like they got enough to do a serious impeachment under law, with this thing with the Ukraine and the president and doing this unlawful thing to get him to interfere in elections. So I will say that sounds a lot more solid than what they've been trying to get him before. But in relation to what this means for the Andrew Yang campaign, does it help it at all? I think if it can only help it, right? It definitely can't hurt it. But I think what probably happens with that is it's going to be something to the effect of, maybe if you're an independent, maybe if you're kind of on the fence, or maybe even if you're a Trumper who's just tired, maybe this might be enough just to kind of push some of them right over the edge to jump on Andrew Yang's campaign, right? Because more than likely, if a person who's supporting Trump for whatever reason, they decide not to support Trump now and somebody else, it's more than likely going to end up being either Andrew Yang or Bernie Sanders, right? But these days, I'm thinking it's going to end up more being somebody like Andrew Yang than Bernie Sanders. So that can only be good for the Andrew Yang campaign going forward. And I think it would also be something that Andrew Yang will probably want to use in the debate situation, when he faces off with Trump, because, he's going to have some ammo there. That's just how the debates work to, deal with Trump. Of course, I'm looking for Yang to just, be successful on the data. But, with Trump, it's going to be a drama show. So it might be necessary to have, information besides data to use in that situation. But anyway, very excited with this news. Love to hear what you all guys think about it. Are you as excited as I am about the success of the Yang campaign? Leave a comment below. Let us know. And if you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, take care.